Text Prison Story family salute, y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow back here with another one with this crazy Guerro 10K trilogy, right? If you haven't been following, you ain't up to date. It started the other day when some Tango Blast guys on Telford unit, where he's in G3 custody, which basically means him and everybody around him are doing more than 50 years. For some reason, released a video of them crossing him out, smashing him out, and basically putting him out of the game. And then part two, we find out why it happened. He hit somebody with a fan motor in his own gang, which is one of the biggest rule violations you can do. You're not supposed to attack gang members. You either politic it out or fade it one-on-one, right? Then the last video that I did yesterday showed a rapper and one of his own gang members, which were two black dudes, mad at the Hispanics that were doing it. And one of his guys from his rap group / clique, whatever, Dre 10K, made a real wild video basically saying he was Tango Blast killer. He lit up a blunt, said he was smoking on dead Tango Blast and all this crazy stuff, right? So I made the video basically letting them know, first of all, letting the rapper know that you really ain't got no say in this, man. If you're claiming to be an active gang member, you got to stay out of that gang business, right? Me personally, I'm a podcaster. I ain't been an active gang member for a long time. I tell people that all the time, but I know how it works. I know better than most, right? You just can't go around getting in other people's business. And whatever that man was in the free world, that's over with as soon as he joined them. So he's not your business no more, man. Free world friend or not. Same thing goes for his homeboy. No matter how much you love that dude, you can't ride for him or get in front of none of those politics, right? I always said the show must go on and nobody's bigger than the program. So they brought it to my attention that the label mate, gang member, friend, whatever he is, that was saying all those disrespectful things, saying he was Tango Blast killer and smoking on their dead homies and all this shit, that he issued an apology. I was like, what? It shocked me, right? After all them strong statements, he issued an apology. But if you watch the last video I did, I also let him know that you're putting your friend that you're trying to ride for, you're not putting him in danger. He could have been fine at the next place. But when these people find out that his homeboys out here talking about TBK and all this whole crazy stuff, now you put that man in big jeopardy. And I understand you love him, and I understand where it came from, right? Not a big deal in my eyes. But we're talking about men that's never going home. We're talking about men, that's what they live and die for. That's all some of them have, you know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to take that serious. So, with his apology, it was a little janky too, I can't lie. Boy, this young pride is a trip. Been there, done that. Got in trouble for it. Went to prison for it. Been in fights in there behind it, right? That's the kind of stuff that I guess we just got to learn the hard way. But has anybody ever issued you an apology, and when they're done, you scratch your head and go, was that even really an apology? What's going on there? So that's kind of what happened here, right? And we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it and read it together. Let's check it out. So he says, first of all, this is Dre 10K, and that's Guerro 10K's homeboy that was in that video yesterday. He say, my people blast. I F with them the long way, been that way. And he's got the little heart sign with the Mexican flag, let him know he deals with the Mexican people. He said, I said that shit out of anger from y'all little jail politics. My fault, but I feel the same way about them certain individuals, 100. You would too if it was one of yours. Y'all boys snake them and record it like that's gangster. If y'all gonna jump them, DP or whatever, DF, then do it. But why snake them and record it? We know why, but it's good, 100. Every dog got their day. Remember that. And if you're a kid and you watch me, stay out of jail. But if you thugging, do you and do it right. You see what come with it. So first of all, listen. I know for a fact that he's seen this video. I don't know if he realized when he made the pressure that he was putting on his own friend, right? But it was severe because that man, what do we say, 30-something more years till he comes up for parole. It's going to be a long time, about 30 years. He's got to live with these same people. So he say, my people blast. I F with them the long way, been that way. I said that shit out of anger from y'all little jail politics. My fault. First of all, that's disrespectful right there. What you mean, little jail politics? Homie, these men never coming home. We just talked about that's all they have. There ain't nothing little about jail politics in prison, homie. That's what people live and die for. That's the law. That's the G code. That's the lay of the land. For you to even call it little jail politics, once again, you're just showing you don't know what you're talking about. All right? You're dismissing something that just got your homie beat and could have got him taken out and unalived. So to call it little jail politics, that was crazy. All right? He says, my fault. I guess he realized that really wasn't his business. But listen to this. He say, but I feel the same way about them certain individuals, 100. You would do it too if it was one of yours. Young homie, Dre 10K, you got to think about it the right way, homie. Guerro 10K ain't one of yours no more. He is not one of yours no more. Once he walked in that door and he started Tango blasting, homie, he put all his loyal and allegiance with the Mexican people. I'm not sure what set you are, but you couldn't ride for him in the prison. He's not one of yours. And he couldn't ride for you. If y'all was on that same prison right now and you were fighting, you was getting jumped by some black dudes, Guerro 10K couldn't jump in and help you. The same way you couldn't jump in and help him, homie. That man put all street gang allegiance, all allegiance to his black homies and all that. He put that to the side and ran with his race, which is normal. I'm not knocking him for it, anything else. I'm explaining it to you. It's real normal. You're the one not understanding it, right? He put 10K to the side. He put all that shit to the side because once he starts blasting, that's his family. That's his clique. Those are his homeboys. He was one of them. But you still out here calling him one of yours. I understand. I get it. You got love for the man. Y'all probably grew up together. All right? It is what it is. But you got to look at it like this. Once you go in there and join something, that past shit is over with, homie. It's over with. He say, y'all boys snake them and record it like that's gangster. Hey, they can do whatever they want at that point because they're putting him out. He's done. He's over, right? And I guess he had been posting videos capping like he's living that life in there or whatever. And they wanted to show people, hey, this can happen to anybody and nobody's bigger than the program. That's what it was about. And I said in that last video, he really got lucky because they didn't do him too bad. They must have still had a little respect for that dude because they could have did him much worse. As bad as they wanted to. And they didn't. So you really holding on to all this animosity for no reason, young man. Say y'all boys snake them and record it like that's gangster. If y'all gonna jump them DP or whatever the F, then do it. But why snake and record it? First of all, that wasn't a DP, that was a smash up. That was a you're off the set type thing. Maybe you're understanding those words, right? Like a DP means you get that violation. That's usually 2 or 3 homeboys for a little time, and then you're still good. What happened to him? That's a put off, homie. He's done. Now he can go back to being 10K gang and doing whatever he want to do. But while he was one of them, now he had to abide by what everybody else doing too. So look, he say, we know why, but it good. 100. Every dog got their day. Remember that. Now that was the realest thing that he said right there. Every dog got that day, man. Because guess what? Same ones in that video that are doing that to him, if they break a rule like that, it's going to happen to them too. All right? Like what we say, nobody's bigger than the program. That gang don't have no leader. It don't have no shot caller, nothing. They got a speaker. They vote on everything. So when he said every dog got their day, remember that. He was right. But that also applies to me if I go back, and applies to Dre 10K too. Because guess what? You go inside that penitentiary, you start gang banging, thinking you're above the program, doing whatever you want to do, making your own homeboys mad, it'll be you getting jumped like that. And maybe worse. Right? And it just is what it is. I know it's hard to see. It's hard to see somebody you love doing that. But if you would have been understanding the situation, once he turned Tango blast, you would have realized you had to step back just a little bit. Because he's now up under a bigger banner, right? He's up under something bigger, because it ain't just the Houston boys. You got Dallas, Fort Worth, and Austin too. And they're all accountable. They all hold each other accountable and stick to the script. So this apology right here, it was surprising. I was real surprised to see it. But I also know his DMs was exploding with them guys out of Houston. I seen it all over my Facebook. People sending me DMs. Yeah, they wanted to talk to this man about this. And that was a terrible thing to come out saying. It really was. And I heard also Guerro 10K brother was saying the same stuff on IG. But I don't know his IG. I can't find it. If somebody know it, drop it in the comments or something. Right? But not only were they getting at him, but they were going to get at Guerro for it. And it's best just to leave it like this. You know, I hope they accept that and understand that you really didn't know what was going on and just let that die, man. But I did want to update the situation because I got so many blast cats and everybody in all these units that watch this channel. And this might be the only information they get. So young man trying to squash it. And it's up to everybody else how they take it. You know what I'm saying? Texas Prison Story family, salute, y'all.
If y'all ain't subscribed to him, check it out. Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Got another one here for you, man. I just want to say what's up to everybody here.
Yeah, boy, you a fella. I say you got me, man. That's everything I'm saying.
I'm gonna say it's your boy Tim Snow. Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow. Texas Prison Story family, salute y'all. It's your boy Tim Snow.